The UK government has decided to ban care workers from coming to work in the UK. So this is the latest update, which was announced in Parliament yesterday. So if you know anyone who is planning to move to the UK, this is the latest update. So please share this video with them. The latest update, which was announced in Parliament on the 1st of July 2025 by the Home Secretary and the Immigration Minister. So make sure to watch this video to the end and share to anyone that you know will benefit. So this new plan, which was set out by the government on the 1st of July, will come into effect on the 22nd of July. And it makes it clear that by 2028, the government will stop issuing visas for care workers to come and work in the UK. So no more foreign workers in the UK from 2028. That's what this plan is saying. However, the government wants to introduce a transition period where from the 22nd of next month, they will issue a list of occupations that will be allowed to come and work in the UK from abroad. So it says more than 100 occupations will no longer be granted access to immigration system. So these occupations that the government believe is critical to the UK's industry and the UK's economy, these occupations the government will allow companies to recruit from abroad. For those occupations who are on the list, who can come and work in the UK, there are still certain restrictions. You will not be entitled to NHS discounts and salary. So the government is saying that these changes that they're introducing is that in the future, in order for you to come to the UK, you must be earning 41,700 minimum, 41,700. The salary criteria currently, if you're planning to come to the UK, if you're coming to the UK to work, you must be earning 38,700. So they've raised the salary threshold to now be 41,700. The UK government has decided to ban foreign care workers from coming to work in the UK. This is the latest update, which was announced in Parliament yesterday. So if you know anyone who is planning to move to the UK, this is the latest update, which was announced in Parliament on the 1st of July 2025. This was announced by Home Secretary and the Immigration Minister. So this is the latest update. So make sure you watch this video to the end and share with anyone that you know will benefit from it. This new plan set out by the government will take effect on the 22nd of July, so this month. And the government makes it clear that by 2028, they will stop issuing visas for care workers to come and work in the UK. So no more foreign care workers in the UK. However, the government wants to introduce a transition period where from the 22nd of next month, they will issue a list of occupations that will be allowed to come and work in the UK from abroad. But more than 100 occupations will no longer be granted access to the immigration system. So these occupations that the government believe is critical to the UK industry and the UK economy, these occupations the government will allow companies to continue to recruit from abroad. But for those occupations that are on the list who can come and work in the UK, there are still certain restrictions. You will not be entitled to NHS discount and salary. So the government is saying that these changes that they're introducing is that in the future, in order for you to come to the UK, you must be earning 41,700. The current salary criteria is 38,700. So they've raised the earning threshold from 38,700 to 41,700. They also raised the skill threshold. So from unskilled worker, such as carers, they raised it so that you have to have a university degree in order to come and work in the UK. So basically, for anyone who is coming to work or want to come and work in the UK in the future, you must have minimum university degree. During that transition period, people who are on the list of occupations who are allowed to come and work in the UK. You can come and work in the UK, you can come, but you're not allowed to bring your family. So the government is also saying that during that transition period, which will end in 2028, after 2028, care workers' visas stop. But before then, they will allow companies to still bring workers from abroad to work, but they will not be allowed to bring their families. And just a quick FYI, if you're planning to come to the UK to study Masters in Research, you are still entitled to bring your family. So anyone, share this video with anyone you know who might be planning to come to the UK to do a Masters in Research. They are allowed to bring their family. This is the update from the government's white paper on immigration, which was published in June. And it's about bringing down net migration. And the government is doing everything they can to bring down net migration before the next election. According to the immigration minister, these changes are the first to be rolled out from the white paper on immigration. And it represents a fundamental shift in the UK's approach to immigration and restore order to a points-based system focusing on higher skills, lower numbers, and tighter controls. She went on to say they are important steps in ending the UK's reliance on overseas lower skill recruitment. So they're saying to UK companies to start looking at skills within the UK, start training up these skills in the UK so we don't have to rely so much on overseas workers. The Home Secretary Yvette Cooper says they are delivering a complete reset on the immigration system to restore proper control and order. Basically, the government just wants to do everything they can to reduce net migration before the next election. Because don't forget, the Reform Party is on their trail. So the key changes here are that the salary threshold is raised from 38,700 to 41,700. There'll be a transition period from July, and that transition period will be in place until 2028. From 2028, there'll be no more foreign care workers. During the transition period, companies will still be able to bring workers from abroad if their occupation is on that list. However, if they come from abroad, they will not be entitled to NHS discount or salary discount. So these are the key changes that the government bring. They said these changes will reduce net migration significantly. What do you think about these changes to immigration? Do you think they are unfair on immigrants? Because already immigrants are paying a lot of charges. So these are the things that the government is not mentioned. So, and the wider public don't know. Immigrants are already paying a lot of charges. NHS charges, visa renewal charges, it's enormous. If you know, you know. A lot of people are struggling at the moment just to pay their visa renewal charges. So do you think these changes are unfair on immigrants? Don't forget to leave me a comment in the comment section. Share this video to anyone you know who is planning to come to the UK or any carer who is already in the UK on the carer's visa. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on your notification. You'll see when I post my next video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.